welcome to a brand new episode of Formula Pod. Today we are talking all about the Canadian Grand Prix. Like, what a spectacular one was that, right? And today joining me, of course, is the entire Formula Pod crew, and plus another special guest, though, because apparently Ferrari did a pretty fantastic job. But before introducing the guest, the regular crew, let's welcome them. Like Mihir and Jason, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Hey guys, all good.
The guest, and like, yeah, you heard that guy. And I'm not going to introduce myself. I'm going to give him the stage. So, like, yeah, Munir, let's hit it.
Hey everyone, so my name is Munir and I'm a Ferrari fan, unfortunately, for the past, let's say, 15, 20 years, ever since basically the days of Michael Schumacher, but those days are gone, and being a Ferrari fan right now is just saying, if you're a Ferrari fan for the past, 10 years at least, or 15 years, we might need some therapy, so God help us, and let's hope Fred Vasseur could do something with this team that Mattia couldn't.
Inshallah, let's see. Anyways, let's talk everything about the Canadian Grand Prix. Initial thoughts I need from you guys. What do you guys think about the overall race? Because I think, I think almost a good amount of you must have watched quali and the race. I know Munir, except for you, like remaining. I hope others watched, like Jason, Munir. You guys had a chance to watch the quali, right?
Yep. First, can I start with saying that my prediction came true? I predicted Max was going to win, and Alonso was second, and a Merc
That's like saying the sky is blue, man.
It happened. It actually happened, and I was genuinely happy that it happened. First time I'm right at something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like we all I also predicted the same thing. I'm like either Red Bull, Aston Martin, Mercedes. It kind of came in the same way on a genuine scale. What do you think about the race though? Like, was it kind of filled with action, or was it like more of boring? What are your thoughts? Like, let's kick it off with Munir itself.
I think the race was, let's say, from P2 to P20 was interesting. P1 is just, I don't know. This year, it's kind of boring, the race for first place, because it's not a race. It's a demolition from Max's side. It's almost unfair how fast, how good that Red Bull is. Props to them. I'm not taking away any of the work they did on the car, but in terms of racing excitement, it's not that exciting, the race for first place. But second onwards, it's kind of fun. Aston Martin were a good surprise this year in general. But this race, honestly, at the start, when Mercedes, when Lewis Hamilton overtook Alonso at the start, it was quite exciting and nice to see Mercedes back, like fighting for second place at least. But Alonso, that guy is a lion, is a beast. The way he drives, his tenacity is insane. Honestly, he overtook Lewis, took back second place, and it was a fun battle behind Max. The nice surprise was actually Ferrari. The strategy worked. Like, it works once in a blue moon, but I'm glad it did happen. It did work this time. They took a huge risk by not pitting them during safety car, but that risk paid off. When they when they didn't pit, I was like, okay, it's the usual Ferrari screw up, you know. But later on, I'm like, this might actually work. So let's just wait and see. And then Magnussen and De Vries went off, and basically that helped them. It was a lucky break, but it helped Ferrari a lot. And they took fourth and fifth, which was solid points for the team. Good race in general, but it's sad to see that Ferrari, when they have like a normal race, we consider it good. It's very sad to see, but yeah, I mean, fourth and fifth, not podium, but best of the rest.
I'm actually very happy with fourth and fifth, because let's be honest, we were really getting screwed every race.
Mihir, yeah, definitely.
Mihir, do not laugh, Mihir. But yeah, we were getting screwed race on race. Yeah, and then it's good that finally we're fourth and fifth, and there's some points to carry home.
Yeah.
That's just my take on the whole race. I'm just happy we have some points for our side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I think about this race. Okay, so the technical side of this whole race. Again, Canadian Grand Prix is one of my favorite tracks, and everything about Canadian Grand Prix was the definition of Formula One that we want. Right, Red Bull has always been the top. Like I absolutely agree with Munir that
Yeah.
Red Bull's car is absolutely banging. It's a definition of a Formula car. Moreover, Mercedes coming in the podiums is the happiest thing for me. I was I was in Almaty and I was like, I need to watch the race. Like this is it. I've seen the qualifying. I know things are gonna get down. I was like, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna go home, like go in the hotel room and watch the race. And I was the happiest person. That's a gist of what I'm gonna say right now. We can talk everything more in detail as through we go through the podcast.
Yeah, like definitely. I also got so excited seeing the Mercedes on the podium, and I'm like, okay, the team said, okay, there is slight chances that they would even finish the race, and like, yeah, one Mercedes didn't finish thanks to George Russell's curbside situation. But like, yeah, it was kind of interesting. The first place, even though if I what I understood is like if Max makes even a small mistake, also it's kind of fine because he's not losing any. If he doesn't lose any position, but I don't know, have you guys observed the pit stops towards the last few laps? Each driver kind of left a 22-second gap. And that 22-second gap was more than enough to kind of get the pit stop done because the average pit time loss in Canada is 20 seconds. So it first kicked off with the Alex Albon, then after that it goes on with the Ferraris, like one Ferrari now, one after the other on the lap. They don't lose position, but they still manage to kind of pit and then go on. And that was like a pretty interesting one because that was very well orchestrated, I would say, even though it wasn't even supposed to be orchestrated in the first place. Like that was actually kind of interesting though because no one loses position and it's all cool and all clean.
Like it was a straightforward race. Yes, I mean the first few laps, I'm gonna say, or the first half of the race up until the safety car was like, it was nice to watch, but it was kind of straightforward. The midfield, there was a lot of action in the midfield, basically from, I don't know, I don't remember which place. I think it was from 7th till 19th. There was less than a second between each car. There was a DRS train, 10 cars long, a DRS train. So this is one of the few tracks on the calendar that this can actually happen, where they follow each other so closely. And one thing I'm really happy about is, but it's kind of misleading that this basically Max did not finish half a 30 seconds ahead of second place, which has been happening for like since the season began. But I don't know, Alonso finished I think 7 seconds behind Max or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, if Max spun once, he would have lost position. But it's nice to see that they're closer, but it's misleading because of the this track in specific. It's a short track. It's not. It's a fast track. So basically, the time difference you see, it's not that Aston Martin caught up or Mercedes caught up to Red Bull. They didn't. Most probably in Austria, we're gonna see a much bigger difference where the track is more technical. But it's nice to see Red Bull not decimating the competition by 30 and 40 seconds and 50 seconds like they're used to, or we are used to this season.
True.
I'm just gonna counter this point by saying that in qualification, Red Bull finished 2 seconds ahead of everybody. As in Max's time was 1 minute and 25 seconds, and the next timing was 1 minute and 27 seconds. Of course, the weather affected it, but
That's the weather. I mean, if you
it is the weather, but still, if you see the rest of the chart, everybody has 27 all the way till 31. And it's just Max who has that 1 minute and 25 seconds. And
yeah,
I'm
but
not
I mean,
saying that
you have people like Charles and Perez out of Q3, which was Like I didn't watch it, but when I saw the results, I'm like, oh my God, Ferrari did something again. I'm pretty sure Ferrari screwed up somehow, and then they did apparently. But you can't. If Charles was in Q3, I'm pretty sure he would have done something much closer to Max than Hulkenberg. Because I mean, Charles, in my opinion, is till now the fastest man on the grid over one lap. Over one lap, no one is faster than Charles. Honestly, give Charles the Red Bull, he would decimate Max over one lap. That's my opinion.
Any thoughts on this?
I think I don't think I would agree with Munir about Max. And as a as a person who dislikes Max, I'm going to support Max here and say I think obviously the car that Red Bull produces it's really quick. So if you put any driver in that car, they would go around. And with experience, they would go even quicker. Max has been very aggressive around the track all around the year. The way he drives, it might not be as good as any other driver, but he does have more experience than Charles. And I feel that, again, I'm just making assumptions that maybe Max is a better driver than Charles. And you did say that Max would be slower if Charles was in a Red Bull car. I don't think so. I mean, again,
I'm talking in terms of just pure raw speed and talent. I mean, if last year was anything to go by, when Ferrari and Red Bull had similar cars in terms of speed, in terms of pace, Charles was taking P1. So that, I mean, I'm not an expert, but when you hear experts talking about who the fastest person on the grid is in terms of one lap, only one lap, over one lap qualifying pace, mostly Charles's name comes up instead of Max.
Jason, you got some thoughts about this though?
Yeah, I'm not supporting anybody. As much as I'm a Ferrari fan, I do not want to support Max. But I think a few years back, Gasly was in that Red Bull, right?
Yeah.
And then Gasly couldn't handle the car. Let's be honest. Gasly couldn't handle the car.
We're not
But
only talking
Gasly-
just about Gasly, Ron.
Yeah, but I'm just putting that as a context here to make my point. What I'm saying is that not every driver will be able to fit in that Red Bull. Or
That's
No,
true.
but-
That's true.
no.
Charles
But
is a
Jason,
kind of
you're comparing.
thing.
so Max has adapted to this car.
He hasn't been.
But
I'm sorry, but he hasn't adapted to the car. The car was built for Max.
okay,
There's a
that's
difference.
also there. That's also there.
There's a difference. There's a massive difference because Checo Perez is a great driver, but his driving style is not the same as Max, and Red Bull adapt the car for Max more than they adapted for Charles for Perez. But if you have another star driver like Leclerc, for example, or Lewis Hamilton, let's say in a Red Bull will not adapt the car either to him or either to one person or the other. They have two star drivers where they have to accommodate both. So they will build a neutral car, and that's when you will see basically, let's say, who the better driver is or who the faster driver is. But again, I go back to last year when Red Bull and Ferrari had cars with similar pace. Charles was faster over one lap consistently. Like, how many P1s did Charles get last year? How many pole positions did he get?
I think
Although he didn't.
till Austria he was winning. Till the Austrian Grand Prix he was
I'm
winning.
not saying winning. I'm not saying
Like
winning. I'm
even
saying
on pole position. Even on pole position.
Right. Even after the summer break, Charles would get pole position. He's there. It's a sad statistic, but Charles is the most driver to get pole positions and not convert them into wins
Interesting.
in Formula One history. It's a very sad statistic, but it's true. Charles is an insane driver over one lap, but he hasn't been able to convert those pole positions into wins. Max has more wins from Charles' pole positions than he has from his own pole positions. Can you fathom how sad this statistic is? Max has won from Charles P1 more than he has won from his own P1s.
Okay.
It's such a sad statistic, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's
Like,
insane.
See, I agree to this though, because with Checo Perez, let's take Checo Perez as an example. For the past 3 Grand Prix, he hasn't managed to enter Q3. He just shoots off from Q2. And I feel, okay, when Jason put in the example of Pierre Gasly, we also got to talk about the other Red Bull driver, Alex Albon. Like, he used to also, as in, with him, the situation was whenever he was on that turn with Lewis Hamilton, he would just spun off from the track. Like, I was just seeing those videos today morning. Like, it's not that, like, I do completely agree that, okay, the car was built for Max. Like, it's the same with Mercedes, if I'm not wrong, where the car is built for Lewis, but it's just that, okay, Lewis started saying that, they're not taking my feedback, but then after later on kind of is living with the fact right now that say, okay, it's kind of like it's working for collective good. And say with Ferrari, if I'm not wrong, the Alpha driver anyways is Charles Leclerc compared to Carlos Sainz, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, with Ferrari right now, they say they don't have a number one driver. Well, obviously they're investing much more in Charles, but this year the person that's been much more consistent is Sainz, and not only this year, Sainz. Why I love and why I honestly think it's one of the best signings Ferrari ever made in the past 15 years, because Sainz is a very consistent driver. Like his first season with Ferrari in 2 years ago was basically there wasn't any race where he didn't score any points. He scored points in every single race in 2020. Charles didn't. Charles got higher points overall, but no, I don't think he did actually. But still, Sainz is a very consistent driver. Maybe he doesn't get those high results that a Ferrari driver should, but still, he's putting that car exactly where it should be, like in the points consistently. Charles will get more out of that car, but he's not that consistent. Charles drives like so. The thing is with Charles, he drives right like at the limit. He doesn't leave a margin of error for himself. That's why he's mistake prone, because he doesn't have he's still young. That's one. Second of all, he drives like knife edge limit. Basically, if he doesn't even have a 0.1% margin of error. If he does that, he's gone. He's out. That's the problem with Charles. But if he gets it right, he like we saw him last year. He has the most pole positions last year. This year they didn't give him a great car, but still he's when he gets it right, he gets it right.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like we've been talking a lot about Ferrari and the driving style. I think we would need to just take a divert a bit on this though. So, have you guys you guys have seen where Russell kind of overtook Magnussen and De Vries over one turn, right? Do you remember Hamilton doing the same in Silverstone last year with Leclerc and Perez?
Yeah.
Like, I was just getting goosebumps when that happened. Like, okay, with Russell, it was really unfortunate. And having an extended pit stop, I was like, oh man, the Mercedes is not getting that second set of points. And it did happen. But like, his recovery drive actually gave me some hope that Mercedes would still get some points. It was a great both the drivers would be on points. But Lewis Hamilton, he is loving every second of that car now, with James Allison's work turning into a phenomenal success for Hamilton. But like with Russell, that thing was super unfortunate. Like I want to kick this off with Mihir though, because he is our ultimate Mercedes fan, and like I want his perspective on this.
Okay, so since we're talking about George Russell gave everything he can that day, and his pace was okay. His drivers have good days and bad days. Apparently, it wasn't his best day. Plus, he's not even that experienced. Yes, he used to drive very well for Williams, but again, I'm comparing something like an Audi and a Toyota in this situation. You know, he used to drive a Toyota, which is a good car, durable, but an Audi is another level. So George Russell here actually was not just giving, he was giving his 100%, but the car wasn't talking with him. On the other hand, Lewis Hamilton, you can see he has sat down with the team. He has brought Mercedes, AMG, Formula One together, and he said, guys, that's it, enough. It's been more than 4 races. There's no results. The pods are shit, and we really need to get up, pull our socks up, and do something. And you can see how Lewis Hamilton's interviews, the press conferences have changed from the car isn't good to we getting there, boys. So
Yeah.
that really makes a good change, and that's what makes us Lewis Hamilton fans or Mercedes fans really happy. George Russell, again, like I said, George Russell is what Mercedes needed, because Lewis Hamilton is not going to fight Max off track now. He's done. Like, I feel like Lewis Hamilton's not going to do that anymore off track. But George Russell is doing that for sure. The last few races, fight between George Russell and Max. You've seen that multiple times. So good luck next time, George Russell. But really happy with a Mercedes Red Bull win. I'm going to say Mercedes twice because Aston Martin is Mercedes. That makes me happy. Sometimes in that as well.
No, that's one of the things, right?
I just want to say something really quickly. Alonso needs to retire, man. This guy is older than he's so old. He's like caveman right now. he really needs to leave. But I really love the Canadian Grand Prix. It was the best race so far.
Yeah, I just need to say something before I head out. So on Alonso's point, I agree he's old, but he's driving like his prime years. I don't know if you guys have watched his prime years when he won with Renault. This guy is driving his heart out. He is enjoying every single second he is in that car, and the way he thinks, the way he multitasks, his driving style is just too good. I mean, just look at the difference between him and Lance Stroll. They both drive the exact same car. And look at Alonso has been off the podium only once this year.
No, once, twice.
Twice, was
Yeah.
it? Or one?
Monaco, he didn't perform.
Twice. But
Twice.
2 times. So 7 podiums for Alonso this year. He's 41. He's 41. No one has ever done that. Like, driving at 40, Michael Schumacher came back and did not get a podium. And he was driving over 40. And he was driving with Mercedes. Although, okay, it was a bad car, but still. Alonso is driving his heart out. I absolutely love this guy. And another thing, Russell, he did his best this race. His pace was good. It was an unforced error. This is an error that shows lack of experience. But I mean, you can't blame him. He's still young. He's a superstar driver. That guy will definitely win a championship someday. It's just he needs more experience in the car. He needs more track time. These kind of mistakes happen because basically lack of experience. He was just driving over the limit, which is basically what happens with Charles usually. He drives the car way over the limit and he just ends up in the wall. But yeah, Russell, great drive from him, great recovery drive. Bad luck for him, but I'm pretty sure this guy can and will win a championship someday. Well, Lewis is Lewis, P3. I mean, in my opinion, he's up there with the greatest drivers of all time. Him and Michael Schumacher, they're just, I don't think anyone will come close because I don't think Max is looking to break those numbers. Max is not looking to break the 7 times world champion. I think Max will retire before that. or not retire from Formula One at least, but not from racing. I think he'll go and venture off into something else because I think Max is the type. As soon as this gets boring to him, he's gonna leave. I th- I have a feeling like he's that kind of person. He's in it on as long as he's having fun. As soon as it gets boring, he's gonna head out.
With Williams, with Alex Albon, as in it was not that the first Williams retired in the first few laps of Logan Sargent with no upgrades. Do you think they putting the upgrades on Alex Albon's car was quite a good strategy of them
Well,
putting on that?
definitely. Usually, teams with low budgets, they try their upgrades with the more experienced driver because that's where they will actually get the good feedback from. So, Logan Sargent, yeah, he's a rookie and he's new. Basically, they'll apply those upgrades once they hear Albon's feedback. Albon is a veteran considered in terms of Formula One experience. He's been there for a while now, and his feedback is very valuable to Williams. He knows how to express and explain himself and what he feels about the car, and from a financial point of view, it makes sense for Williams to try the upgrades on Albon's car and not Logan Sargent,
I'm like,
because Logan Sargent is a bit more prone to making mistakes, and if he bends the car with an upgrade with the upgrades during practice or during whatever, it's gonna cost them a lot of money, especially to a team that is operating way below the cost cap limit.
true. But then is
And
there like
also because
yeah, go on.
Alex Albon is more experienced, and
Yeah.
he's more experienced, he's more mature, he's not new to Formula One, so he knows the dirty talk that happens around. So he knows he can take up the pressure that comes through. As for the American, I still feel the way he talks and does his press conferences is very immature. When I say immature, the answers that he gives is not really satisfying the listeners, especially me when I hear him in his press conferences. Coming back to the parts and upgrading, I think that's a very good decision from their side. I mean, I agree with Munir with the whole, why would you spend money on someone who's not showing a good amount of success rate and improvement? So I definitely agree with that. Jason, what do you think?
It's the same for me. It makes sense for any company or any organization as well. If there's somebody more experienced to get the job done, you'd usually trust them to get it done compared to a rookie, right?
True.
So
But don't you think this is unfair? It's unfair.
it's not unfair on him because it's his first season, right? And then he needs time to adjust as well. And I'm pretty sure once he's in that groove, or once he's established himself like Albon has, or just himself, really, there's no comparison to it. But once he's established himself, then I'm pretty sure he would get opportunities on his car like this. So it's just a matter of time, not really lack of any opportunities or anything. No.
Cool. Do you think like if Sergio Perez was supposed to kind of terminate his contract like how Daniel Ricciardo did last year with McLaren, do you think with Alex Albon now performing pretty well on that Williams?
No. Yeah, I don't think he should be. He should go to Red Bull because the same thing will happen. Look, listen, going up against Max is not an easy thing. Being the number one driver in a team like Williams is very different than being Max's teammate. Max's teammate, you're either second or you're not doing well. If you're getting third consistently, you're not doing well because you are in the fastest car on the grid. There's no excuse for you. So because basically the pressure of being Max's teammate is insane. It's insane. The only thing that I could compare to being Max's teammate is being a Ferrari driver. That's the only thing in terms of pressure that I can even think of that compares to being Max's teammate. Being a driver, let's say for Ferrari, the world's most successful team and the oldest team, it's the pressures of that come down from Italy are comparable only to being Max's teammate. So I don't think Albon should move to Red Bull because that's gonna definitely end his career. I think if anyone should go into the seat with Max, should be another superstar. I don't know whether it's gonna be
Daniel
I don't think
Ricciardo. Man's coming next year.
Yeah,
Man should come back.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm not sure if he would do as well as we think he would do.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, McLaren did him dirty. So we're not
They
gonna
did,
look
definitely, definitely.
at McLaren and that shit and Zach Brown. He was at Red Bull before. Horner trusts him a lot. He is the right man for the job. Trust me. There's no one better than him. He's in the right place. He's in a good state of mind now. He's had a break. He's doing the sims as well. And I'm pretty sure he must be driving the car somewhere.
He will be driving it in Silverstone for the Pirelli tire test, the RB19.
Okay.
And possibly even in Nürburgring with Sebastian Vettel, he would be driving in the RB8, if I'm not wrong. So
RB7.
RB7 is driven by Sebastian Vettel. Both of
Aren't
them
they both driving the same
both
car?
are having the same car. One is having one car, another one is having another car.
Okay.
Did you know Haas is having the second most fastest DRS, delta time once their DRS is turned on after Red Bull? It's not Aston Martin, not Ferrari, not Mercedes. It's Haas.
I'll tell you why.
Go on.
The car has absolute nothing inside, so it's super empty. It's just one hamster, and it's just turning the wheels. It's super light. It's a super lightweight car. So when the DRS goes, activated, it just zooms through because it's a light car. That's why.
You know what?
That's all the reasons why.
I really wish Gunther Steiner doesn't listen to this podcast. Honestly, they are coming for us properly.
Absolutely. I wish they do, so then we can have more fun with it and not look like a bunch of wankers.
Okay. But then, honest thoughts. Alex Albon's defense.
I think the way he's defending, it shows how much experience and how much of a driver he is. I think coming from a Red Bull to an AlphaTauri to now William, he has a good sense of understanding of what Formula One defending is. And it's true to say, and I don't think anyone would disagree with me, that Alex Albon is actually one of the most underrated underdog drivers right now. He has a skill set. He has the right mindset towards Formula One. Once you stop going for these kind of gaps, it's not Formula One then. Then he's going for any opportunity, any gaps that he finds. So, being said this, I'm going to close my statement about Alex Albon and say he's a gem of a driver. He understands everything that he needs to do. In fact, I always wanted him low-key to be a star of whichever team he goes to. He's a star of Williams. And I can see him in a McLaren car in the next few years.
Really? You're putting him just in McLaren? That's an insult to him itself in the first place.
Not really. I'll tell you why. McLaren right now is not doing well.
True.
But before, it was doing absolutely amazing. And this is what I'm talking about. Oscar does not have enough experience as much as Alex Albon.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say about this. That even if he goes to McLaren, it'll be something. Because I'm pretty sure he won't go to Austin. He won't get an opportunity in Mercedes for sure. He won't get an opportunity in Aston Martin for sure. Red Bull is out of it. That's not even on the table. So the next opportunity he might get is the McLaren. I don't think Ferrari's going to open up as well. Because Ferrari is very stable. And Ferrari does not like to move its drivers around.
But likes moving its team principles.
The topic was Alex Albon, wasn't it, Arjun?
I like this part where Jason's like, okay, now let's talk about Alex Albon. Don't touch my Ferrari. Okay, go on, Jason.
Alex he's just grown. Because if you see before or in the previous years, and if he was in the same situation, I'm pretty sure, say 1 out of 3 would end up in a crash. Or would end up with him damaging some part of his car. But now that's not the case anymore, which shows growth as well as experience. So it's a combination of both.
Okay.
And I believe he's just gonna get better and better as it goes.
Yeah. Personally I feel like, okay, Alex, if he maintains that consistency and bring Williams back to its glory days, I'm pretty sure other teams won't wait to get him as a driver. I personally feel like even a midfield team, even as a matter of fact, if suppose he could even fit in an Alpine, he could even, as Mihir said, even a McLaren. But like, yeah, never the Haas because they don't have nothing much inside. It's everything Ferrari copy, but still. But even in Aston Martin is no more junior league or mid league, right? It's like it's even more on it. But you know what? Something which crossed my mind. Lawrence Stroll is the owner of Aston Martin. So technically, shouldn't Lance Stroll be the alpha driver at Aston Martin?
Okay,
If you, sorry, I'm just
here's
gonna
what I'm
take
gonna
this.
say.
I'm
One
gonna
second,
take this
Jason.
first. No, Amir, let me go on this one because I
No,
actually
I
have a
want to go
good point.
first. I
I
want to go
wanna go
first.
first.
No, babe.
You know what?
Did Ferrari win? I don't think so.
Yeah, you go. You go ahead first. You go ahead first.
Okay. Now, I'm going to make it very short because I actually do want to hear your opinion on this. But talent over money. Okay. Alonso is talented. Okay. Lance Stroll, I'm really sorry to say this. He is talented, but he's not as compared to his partner, Alonso. Okay, Stroll he's just there. It's daddy's money that he's using. Like, daddy, I
Is
want to be
this
a
Stroll
Formula
in the
One
car?
star. He's like, it's like, when there's a father and son bond, and when you go like, oh, dad, I really want to do this. And there's this petty feeling. Like, when I see Lance Stroll, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Look at your face, man. Like, it looks like he's crying like half the time he's on the racetrack. So, like, if I was a father, I'd be like, you want to be a Formula One driver? Go for it, son. I'll fund everything that I have. Just go, be happy. Just take a few laps. It's okay if you crash. I have enough money to like replace the parts. It's okay.
Wow.
But like, I'm just that's all I'm gonna say. Jason, take it up, buddy.
You summed it up well, but I don't know. As a business point of view, if Lawrence is really business focused, then I believe that Lance Stroll should be removed. He should have been removed a season ago or even two. But obviously, because his dad is the owner, he's still here. But as a business point of view, I truly believe that getting another driver with a better reputation with the fan base would help Aston Martin overall. Because the car's the same. The driver would be performing better. The driver would be performing better than Stroll. The merchandise would go higher. People already love Alonso, and they have another driver to love. That's just more content for Aston, which they can use up. So it's more revenue overall, and then there's less accidents as well, or less crashes to what Stroll does. So it's a benefit if you remove him, but obviously it's his dad, and that won't happen anytime soon.
Wow. I'm gonna put in my statement over here. He's just strolling the car, or as the song says, they see me rolling. Like literally, the dad is just rolling in all the money, but there is no results. Apparently, here's the thing: there are certain people who love Lance Stroll. I'm really curious. Why do a person love Lance Stroll?
People listening to the podcast, if you like Lance Stroll, just please let us know who you are so we can block you. I'm joking. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. Please don't do that.
No, if you are a Lance Stroll fan, we want to hear from you why. On our next episode of Grid Gossips, we would literally call you guys and ask why, because we really want to know why you're a Lance Stroll's fan. You need to tell
But,
us. The world needs to know.
but guys, just a disclaimer: we're not against Lance Stroll. Neither of us are against him. We know the risk that it takes to get in that car, and then also
Yeah.
what he done at the start of the season with his accident and with his cracked bones and whatnot. So we're not taking anything away from him and his hard work. Just the three of us believe that there is a better driver out there who could bring better results for Aston and genuinely make use of the car. So there's no hate towards Stroll as a person or as anything. It's more of the performance in F1.
Oh yeah, no,
And
I totally agree with Jason as well. Jason, you put it very well. We care about all the Formula One drivers here. We respect each of them, irrespective of what team, drive, background they come from. We always want all our drivers, Formula One team, family members to be safe and just race how we assume you guys would do in a safe way. And talking about Lance Stroll, the only reason we are making jokes about it. It's just because it's we're just joking, guys. But we absolutely respect him, and it's not easy to drive around a track, losing 2 to 3 kgs every single race, training, going through therapy. So we absolutely love our drivers, and we love everything about Formula One.
Definitely, definitely. It's something which, as in, just consider this as a satire, to be very honest, because this is something which we don't, well, this is not something to insult the driver. This is more of like, just for entertainment purpose. So, like,
Mhm.
yeah, on that note, I'm going to put in the very, very last topic because I know we are going quite a good amount of time. So, like, yeah, Lando getting a penalty for unsportsmanlike behavior. That's the first time I'm hearing in my life. Just because he just unnecessarily slowed down during a safety car so that both the McLarens could pit at the same time. Okay. I am really curious about this because at first when I heard, I'm like, what on earth is this thing in the first place? Like it's good I didn't bring that McLaren fan because she would be just yelling out on this podcast why Lando Norris got penalty. But like him, chaps, I need your point of view on this.
I believe this is truly deserved. But I personally don't like Lando anyway, so I believe it's deserved because you're purposely slowing down the car. I don't know who was behind him or if there was anybody behind him, but that just takes away pace from all the cars behind as well. You know, when catching up, and it's clear why they asked him to slow down as well because they're double stacking, which just benefits the team, right? But then what happens to the other team who you've slowed down and it just doesn't make sense. So it's deserved to me for completely.
Okay, so my thought about this, Jason, in Formula One, there is no friends on the track. You can be friends off the track. In Formula One, once you sit in the car on the track, you do not see anyone else but yourself. You're competing with others. You don't have friends with them. So if he did slow down, maybe it was a strategy that these guys had in mind. Or maybe that was Lando's way of slowing down the whole track itself to make it a point where he comes to an advantage. So maybe in a way this could work out for him, not for the other teams, supposedly Ferrari or Mercedes.
Damn. Like I'm liking where this conversation is going into. But honestly speaking, what I feel, okay, yeah, unnecessarily slowing the car during safety car. Already during safety car, every cars need to reduce their speed by 40%. Why you want to increase the amount of slowness even further? Like, bro, you're already slow. Don't make it even more slow. Rather just stop the car
Mm-hmm.
and then just don't race. But like, yeah, I know all McLaren fans would be a little bit pissed off on what we said, but then like, yeah, this is what honestly we think. So he did deserve that 5 seconds of penalty. But according to Lando himself, he says he hasn't done anything unsportsmanship like. So God knows what's going to come up. Like, I'm pretty sure if McLaren still says, okay, that was a really unwanted thing, I'm damn sure they must have appealed it. But then they, at the moment, till now, till the time we are recording this episode, there is no such news that McLaren has put an appeal to kind of avoid that penalty. So
Mm-hmm.
it is
When
how
when
everyone accepted it.
when you know you're wrong, you're not gonna try to push for a reconversion of that decision. So of course, there's not gonna be any involvement from them.
Yeah. Anyways, on that terrible disappointment, because we have been taking quite a good amount of time, but we'd like to wrap up the show. And like him, please do like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. And like our podcasts are available across all your favorite podcast platforms. Until next time, this is the entire crew from Formula Pod signing off. Goodbye.